Namaskar. The Essential Sanatana Dharma. I received this book some months ago. I could go through it only just now. The book is a very good compendium and it has been edited by Shatavdhani Dr. R. Ganesh and Hari Ravi Kumar. It elaborates upon the essentials of Sanatana Dharma and I think it is one of the most authentic presentations of the tenets of Sanatana Dharma in nutshell. In a very lucid, simple style, the authors have brought out the basic principles of Sanatana Dharma. And the best thing about the book is that they have based their discourses on authentic text, mostly Vedic Samhitas and Dharma Shastras, and singularities have been overruled. The wide spectrum of the tradition has been covered, and there is a pluralistic approach to Sanatana Dharma. The authors believe in Shruti Pramanya and very authentic exposition of almost all the essential theories, principles, and ways of life have been presented here. In the inner cover of this book, a verse by Sureshwaracharya has been printed as a prelude to this whole wonderful effort. Yaya yaya bhavet punsam vyutpatti pratyagatmani सा सैव प्रक्रियेह स्यात् साध्वी सा चानवस्थिता. By whatever means a person may attain the awareness of the self, that method is valid for that individual alone. It's a very pertinent and wise remark that each individual is a seeker and he finds his own way for his fulfillment, for the attainment of truth. And this is Indian view of life. रुचीनां वैचित्र्यात् ऋजुकुटिलनानापथजुषां नृणामेको गम्यस्तुमसि पैसामर्णव इव. As Mahimabhatta says in his Shiv Mahimna Stotra, all the individuals have their own individual interests, aptitudes, and choices, preferences, and they can find out their own way for the attainment of truth. But the ultimate aim of each and every individual in this world is the same. And this is what Sanatana Dharma shows us the way for each and every individual. 25 sections are here in this book, and 25 topics are covered. There is an introduction, and Sanatana Dharma has been explained. Then the sections deal with consciousness, objectives of human life, dharma, facts and value, layers of reality, cosmic order, gratitude, dharma in action, freedom of choice, basic human traits, basic human stages of human life, cultural refinement, paths to lead a fulfilling life, nature of the self, liberation here and now, mythology, creation and dissolution, space and time, supreme spirit, the individual and society, unity in variety, Hinduism in practice, a life of celebration. And then, in the end, conclusion is there. There are very revealing explanations. For example, a life of celebration. In this section, the whole perspective, how we differ from Western idea of life and the idea of temple, tirth, and life as a festival and festivity of life, and the whole concept of pilgrimage. This has been explained. And there are copious notes and references from text and a very well bibliography, very well prepared, meticulously prepared bibliography is here, and there are indices and the index of terms. So it's a very good reference work, a very handy book, like a pocket-sized dictionary to understand Sanatana Dharma, the essentials of Sanatana Dharma. The only thing is that despite the pluralistic approach of the authors, there is a kind of rigid following of Shruti Pramanya, and certain texts, they have been decided that all the references will be taken from these texts, and in this way the Sanatana Dharma here to an extent has been delimited, because Sanatana Dharma continues beyond these texts also. And the tradition of Sanatana Dharma itself gives a kind of warning to exclusively rely on these very texts, because Veda Vibhinna Smritiyo Vibhinna Naiko Munir Yasya Matam Na Bhinnam Dharmasya Tattvam Nihitam Guhayam Mahajano Yena Gatasya Pantha. There are divergent views in the Vedas themselves. There are different rulings in the Smritis or Dharmashastra texts also. There is not a single thinker who doesn't differ with the others. So, how to decide our course? And how to decide what is Dharma for me? The essential of Dharma is hidden in the Guha. And what is that Guha? That Guha is Adhyatma. Atmani iti Adhyatmam. That Guha is within me. So it is upon me. I should search my own truth and I should decide. So these texts are helpful, but sticking to sticking very rigidly to one view again would make us crawl in the area of singularities, and this poses a kind of danger for the whole civilization today. And this is happening. There are people who present one worldview and they think that this worldview should be acceptable for all, so that wide spectrum and the holistic perspective and the pluralistic view is lost. So it may happen that this work, because it is very useful, to consult as a handy volume. It should be very popular, naturally, and only one view, one idea may be projected. This apprehension is there. Otherwise, the scholar authors who have presented this volume, prepared this volume, they did a wonderful work, and a lot of labor has undergone in preparing it. But what remains is that beyond these texts and these topics which have been taken up here, the whole life remains. Saints, the medieval saints, Basav, Basaveshwar, Andal, Meera, Kabir, Tulsi, all these saints, and coming up to recent times. Therefore, Mahabharata says, Mahajano yena gatasya pantha, dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam. You have to search within your guha, that the concept of guha is given in the Upanishads, but the term guha is missing here. And to me, it's a key term in the Upanishads. But despite this, it's an it's a valuable work, and it will enlighten many, I hope. Another work which I have received, another work which I have received is the Panorama of Indian Philosophers and Thinkers, Encyclopedic Collection, Premier and Medieval. It is edited by Professor S.R. Bhat, who is one of the well-known scholars of philosophy, and Dr. Neerja Arun Gupta. It has been published by Sanchi University of Buddhist and Indic Studies in collaboration with Creative Books. Sanchi University of Buddhist and Indic Studies is at Sanchi near Bhopal, and it has its office at E 141 Arera Colony, Bhopal. And from there they have published it. And Creative Books is, the address is Shanti CB 24, Narayana, New Delhi 110028. The work was published in 2023. I received the volume a few months back. I received it because I was asked to contribute a paper for it, which is here. There are good wishes from the governor of Madhya Pradesh, then government of Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, then G. Kishan Reddy, Minister of Culture and Tourism, then Uday Bhan Singh Thakur, then Shiv Shekhar Shukla, who is Chief Secretary. Why these citations from these politicians or dignitaries have been obtained and published here? I don't know. Otherwise, it's a good work, and it introduces 29 philosophers and thinkers from India, right from the Middle Ages to modern time. Beginning from Narsingh Mehta, 15th century, it comes to 19th century, and quite a few good thinkers and philosophers have been introduced. The number is 29, and I will just read out the list of the entries and the scholars who have contributed these entries, which will give you an idea of the nature of this volume. The article on nursing Mehta is by Dr. Achinta J. Yagnik, who is head and associate professor in the Department of Psychology in a girls' college at Ahmedabad. The entry on Kabir Das is by Sonia Mehta, associate professor, BR College, Delhi University. Then there is an entry titled Philosophy of Shankar Deva. Shankar Dev is a 16th century saint from Assam. Dr. Jagdish Patgiri has written it. He was former professor in department. He was former professor in the Department of Philosophy, Cotton University, Guwahati. It's a wonderful institution, Cotton University. It was earlier Cotton College and more than 100 years old institution, prestigious institution of Assam in Guwahati. Then entry on Guru Nanak is by Professor Karam Tej Singh Sarao, KT Sarao as he is known to me. He was professor and head in the Department of Buddhist Studies at Delhi University. He is a well-known scholar of Buddhism. And entry on Vallabhacharya has been authored by T.R. Vishwanathan from Bharati Vidya Bhavan. Then entry on Sri Chand has been authored by Karam Tej Singh Sarao, again KT Sarao. Then entry on Mirabai is by Sunayana Singh, Vice Chancellor of Nalanda University, Rajgir. Entry on Vigyan Bhikshu is by Ramesh Sharma, former professor of Sanskrit, Delhi University. Entry on Appay Dikshit is by Godavari Mishra, who is a well-known philosopher and a scholar of philosophy. Currently, he is at Nalanda University, Central University at Rajgir in Bihar. Entry on Goswami Tulsidas is by Anand Kumar Avasthi, A.K. Avasthi. He was professor and head of English department at Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar. Then entry on Madhusudana Saraswati is by T.R. Vishwanathan again from Bharati Vidya Bhavan. Then entry on Sadanand, Prakashanand and Brahmanand is by T.R. Vishwanathan again. Then entry on Annam Bhatta is by Arvind Kumar Rai, professor retired professor in the Department of Philosophy and Religion, BHU. Entry on Gadadhar Bhattacharya is by Amita Chatterjee, emeritus professor, School of Cognitive Science, Jadavpur University. Entry on Dara Shukho is there. And Kashshaf Ghani has written it. He was associate professor in the School of Historical Studies, Nalanda University, Rajgir. Then entry on Yogi Vemana is by Lakshmi Iyer, professor of Hindi and comparative literature in the Central University of Rajasthan. Acharya Bhikshu is covered by Sumani Chaitanya. Shramani Chaitanya it should be. There's a misprint. Samani Chaitanya Pragya from Florida International University, Miami, Florida. Entry on Raja Ramon Rai is by Suresh Kumar Agarwal, Head Department of English, Maharaja, Ganga Singh University, Bikaner. Entry on Bhagwan Swami Narayan is by Achinta J. Yagnik, Head and Associate Professor in the Department of Psychology in a girls' college at Ahmedabad. Then entry on Taranath Tarkvachaspati is one of the great scholars from 19th century, great grammarian, and he has written a philosophical work on Vyakarana. He is the well-known author of Vachaspatyam, and on Taranath Tarkvachaspati I have written. Then entry on Ramalingam Pillai is by Lakshmi Iyer, professor of Hindi at Rajasthan. Swami Dayanand Saraswati is covered by Ranveer Singh. He was on Swami Dayanand chair at Central University of Haryana, Mahendragarh. Then entry on Venu Bhuva Gokhale is by Sharmila Virkar, Department of Philosophy, University of Mumbai. And tune Jyotiba Phule is by Madhumita Chatterjee, who is Assistant Professor in Maulana Azad College, Kolkata. And tune Savitribai Phule is by Ramesh Rohit, who is a well-known scholar Buddhist of Buddhist philosophy. And tune Sri Ramakrishna is by Swami Atma Priyananda, who is Vice Chancellor of Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Educational and Research Institute at Belur Mutt. And tune Ma Sharda is by Dr. Amita Valmiki from Department of Philosophy, PG College of Arts, Science and Commerce at Mumbai. And tune Bal Gangadhar Tilak is by Madhumita Chatterjee from Kolkata. And tune Gopal Ganesh Agarkar is by Narsimha Nimbalkar, Department of Philosophy, University of Mumbai. So these are the 29 names. And all the entries are comprehensively prepared. There are copious references and good bibliographies are there. And they furnish information about these 29 people, 29 saints, philosophers. Some of them are political thinkers also, Gopal Ganesh Agarkar. Some of them are saints, religious personalities. Some of them are social activists like Savitribai Phule and Jyotiba Phule. Some of them are Nayayikas like Gadadhar Bhattacharya. Some of them are Sufi saints like Dara Shuko. So there is a variety of the panorama which is presented here. The only thing is that why these 20, beginning from 15th century up to 19th century, during these 400 years, why these 29 only? And what about the other ones? So this volume is a very good volume, but it's a beginning, and the way the entries have been prepared, I think the international readership would be attracted, and they will be uh, finding it very purposeful for them for understanding the Indian scenario in philosophy and religion and social activism. And in this way, this volume prepared by Dr. S.R. Bhatt and Professor Neerja, Professor S.R. Bhatt and Professor Neerja Gupta is a purposeful attempt. Thank you very much. I have, I think, forgotten to inform the publisher of this essential Sanatana Dharma. So I will come back to essential Sanatana Dharma, and it is this work has been published by Preksha Pratisthana. It's a Preksha Pratishthan are very good publishers, and they are bringing out books of international standard, and they are maintaining very high standards in their publications. They are based in Bangalore, and the address is Preksha Pratisthana 166 MCR extension 18th Cross Vijayanagar, Bangalore 560040. The work was published in 2023, and it is the first edition. It is priced 150 rupees. Very moderate price for such a wonderful and valuable work. Thank you again.